I'm LP Master 6, and welcome to Route 4 in Pokemon Yellow. So, nice little rocky ledges, I believe this is supposed to be. That's how I always imagined it as a kid, because we are next to a mountain. Oh! I tripped over a rocky Pokemon, Geodude. Watch out, buddy. That's right, Geodude is actually an entirely non-violent Pokemon, but people mistake them for rocks and step on them all the time, so they often get mad. So people think they're mad all the time, but they're not. They just keep getting stepped on. And wouldn't you be mad, even if you were the calmest person ever, if you just kept getting stepped on? If you have too many Pokemon, you should store them via PC. Haha, but we get to do that automatically. The anime explains it as the Pokédex, sending somehow your, like, 7th onward Pokemon, because if you already have 6 in your party, it's sending the Pokeball as soon as the Pokemon is caught to the PC, the Pokemon storage system. I have 6 Pokeballs set in my belt. At most, you can carry 6 Pokemon. I know, I was just talking about that. If you'll notice, we can never talk to Chansey. There's always somebody in the way. Team Rocket attacks Cerulean citizens. Team Rocket is always in the news. Ooh. Alright, I'm not going to bother getting my Pokédex rated or anything. It's not really a need. We don't have any items in storage. Hello there! Have I got a deal just for you? I'll let you have a swell Magikarp for just $500. What do you say? A Pokemon for sale? Ooh. In real life, I would consider this shady. Like breeders, because they're, you know, keeping animals locked in cages, forcing them to have sex with other animals, and often killing them once they're not useful to them anymore. At least the big corporations are. But in this game, sure. Red got Magikarp. You want to give a nickname to Magikarp? What? Floppy? My wife has told me I should name the Magikarp Floppy or Flappy? I'm going with Floppy. It's not the best name ever, but my wife came up with it. There's no more room for Pokemon. Floppy was sent to Pokemon Box 1 on PC. Now, since we actually paid for this instead of catching it, we are going to take it out. So let's get rid of somebody. We will get rid of Poopoid. We do not need Poopoid. Actually, I'm going to miss Poopoid. Oh my god, the Pokemon box is just proof of how stupid I am. Let's go ahead and take him out. We are going to put him up here at, you know what, no, Grant has earned his spot in the 2nd place. So we'll put you above Fart. Fart is our borderline here. This is a Magikarp. It is water type, and it can only use Splash, which does nothing. In Japan, it's called Hop. But since Magikarp, it's actually Magikarp's signature move. No other Pokemon in this game can use Splash, but it literally does nothing. This is a useless Pokemon. Factually, the weakest. So let's get a refund. Well, I don't give refunds. Uh-oh. Just kidding. I love Magikarp. Magikarp isn't actually useless, but I'll explain all that later. Oh, I gotta read every sign. Mount Moon tunnel entrance. That's right. We aren't going hiking. We're going in the tunnels in the mountains. Here we go. Ooh. Time to explore a nice wide open area for the first time, because Viridian Forest was just a linear maze. Okay. Oh, we didn't try to teach anybody Bide. I completely forgot about that. Teach Bide to a Pokemon? Most Pokemon can learn Bide. Of course, Magikarp is useless and cannot. But I've never used Bide. That requires taking a lot of damage and then dealing it back, which is nice, but I'm not a big fan of taking a lot of damage. So, Team 12, Water Gun. Should we teach Water Gun to our water Pokemon? Ooh, yeah. Floppy is not compatible with Water Gun. It can't learn Water Gun, but it's a fish. Water gun is a very useful move this early in the game. I would teach it to Rattata, but since we're not using Rattata, that would be a waste. TMs are one-time use, as Brock said. Oh, wild Pokemon. Probably a new one. Yes, we can finally catch our very own Geodude. Geodude, the rock Pokemon, commonly found near mountain trails, etc. If you step on one by accident, it gets angry. Sure. Edoig. That's Geodude backwards. Oh, God. I shouldn't have nicknamed them all, because now if I need one and I go through the box, I'm not going to have a clue what it is. Wait, that wasn't the trainer battle. Why did I run from it? Ooh. A Zubat. This is a poison flying type. Of course, they're common in caves because they're bats. And as a matter of fact, they have evolved, not Pokemon evolution, but Darwinian evolution. The actual real-life concept of evolution. Pokemon are distinct from real-life animals, which, in the original lore, still exist in this universe. We just never see them. They are mentioned here and there, however. But they evolved to lose their eyes because the caves they live in are usually so dark, they don't need them. They use echolocation like real bats. Even though bats can actually see decently well, they just prefer to use their echolocation, I think. Either way, they do have eyes. Don't know why a lot of people think bats don't have eyes, but they do. In any picture of a bat, you can see its eyes. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It emits ultrasonic cries while it flies. They act as a sonar used to check for objects in its way. We will name you Zoomer. Like the Metroid enemy. I guess because caves remind me of Metroid? Hey, Potion! I told you we didn't need to buy any. What are you up to, buddy? Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? Yes, I am also in the cave. I saw them. I'm sure they're from Team Rocket. Okay, you don't have to tell us again. My bad, dude. Sorry, I was checking some notes there for hidden items. Beware! Zubat is a bloodsucker! Yes, we saw its move Leech Life, which will take some of your HP for itself. What? I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. That's right, a new Pokemon! I wasn't positive, but I was pretty sure. Here we go. This is Clefairy. It is pretty much Jigglypuff. From a basic standpoint. This Pokemon was originally intended to be the mascot of the series. In a not a comic, Jesus. I'm a little bit more of a weeb than that. In a manga that predates the anime, Red travels alongside a talking Clefairy. Originally, Clefairy was quite popular. As a matter of fact, Jigglypuff also became quite popular. You know, the cutesy ones. It makes sense. But they decided to give Ash Pikachu instead in the anime, and Pokemon as we know it today. Well, the reason why is they didn't want to make it too girly, because girls like pink and a lot of boys would avoid it. And they decided on a yellow Pokemon because the only other popular yellow character at the time was Winnie the Pooh. So there was little competition. I lost? Oh, I lost? I heard there are some very rare fossils here. Interesting. I wonder if we'll find any fossils. It's going to be obnoxious editing in caves, because I'm going to have to edit out a lot of stuff. Ooh, welcome to the first basement floor. The encounter rates. I haven't gone over this. Different patches of tall grass don't affect anything, but the area you're in do. And not just the area, the map screen. So each floor of a dungeon has different encounters and different encounter percentage rates. So we may be more likely to see different Pokemon down here. Exciting! Of course, all we're finding is Zubat. Lots and lots of Zubat. In fact, we'll probably see more wild Zubat than anything else in the game. Here we are. We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters. See, I thought gangster when I was a kid referenced like rap stars, like gangs as you know them in America, and not organized crime like it actually is. Ooh, we could pull out Grant here, but let's see how well our quick attack does right now. Ooh, not too hot. We could show off double team. Nah, let's just pull out our buddy Grant and see how he does. He's looking a little low. Got plenty of his life leached out. And I know we've already seen a Sandshrew, and I'm keeping in this optional fight simply because this is a new type of trainer. A Rocket, otherwise known as a Team Rocket Grunt. They are the lackeys in an organized crime ring known as Team Rocket. Some of my favorite villains in games. They're very one-dimensional, but I mean, that's it. In this real-world-ish setting, they are criminals. Like, everything seems so hunky-dory and happy, like, oh, it's a kid going on a journey. But no, there are criminals everywhere, and we are beating them up. Luckily, nobody fist fights in this world. You just attack each other with other creatures. I guess society's less primitive this way. Although, you know, it's more primitive in the ways of animal rights. Originally, you may have seen that the Rocket had a whip in his hand. And a lot of trainer sprites have whips. Early in development, Red also had a whip. And instead of badges, you would get different whips to train your Pokemon. This was considered, you know, bad for obvious reasons. And the focus was put on becoming friends with your Pokemon instead. But originally, you were just dogfighting these creatures. I blew it. Sure did, buddy. Darn it all! My associates won't stand for this. Alright, well, I'm going to take whatever you're guarding over here. Oh my god. On the first floor, this is a 1% chance. I believe this is a 5% chance on this floor. But we are going for it. Ooh, I don't think our quick attack is going to kill it either. Ooh, I just hope it does not sing. Just like Jigglypuff, this thing likes to sing and put us to sleep. And I really hope I can catch it. I really hope I don't kill it. I don't want to have to grind this out later, which I often do. Ooh! Yes. Clefairy was one of the earliest designed Pokemon, and it originally looked more like a dinosaur, like most Pokemon in development at the time. They took a lot of that out, and I'm so glad. I know there was a huge fad for dinosaurs in the 90s, and I know it's still a popular thing for little kids. I went to a dinosaur-themed birthday party for a 2-year-old yesterday. The fairy Pokemon, adored for their cute looks and playfulness. They are thought to be rare, as they do not appear often. Nickname, sure. How about Spoon? Spoon was transferred to someone's PC. Red found HP up. Beautiful. This is, I believe they're called vitamins. A type of permanent stat increase. And, of course, since the only permanent member of the team that I have right now is Fabric, we are going to increase Fabric's health, which I've spent a lot of money to do in real life. Alright, sorry, just checking for hidden items again. I don't believe there is anything else over here. We are kind of blocked off in this little section. That's why I went down here first. The ladder's down. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. Another Clefairy. They are, hold on. Let me actually pull up the percentages here, because they're neat. Oh, okay. They're 5% on the first basement floor, which is where we are now, where everything's pretty much nothing. They're 10% on the floor where we fought the Team Rocket member, and 1% on the first floor. So, not all that impressive. Okay, back on the first floor where we were. Okay. Let's go left first. Ooh.
What? Don't sneak up on me!
This is a new trainer class, a super nerd. Their sprites always bother me for some reason. But he is a Magnemite, an electric type. So, obviously our electric moves won't be that effective on Magnemite. They're not completely useless, but they would only do half damage being, you know, weak. Of course, we do have stab, so it still wouldn't be completely useless. But again, Magnifite, jeez, whatever, we killed it already. We can stop talking about it. Another electric type, Voltorb. Started showing up in wherever Pokeballs are made. So they're a very mysterious creature. But we're just going to quick attack it like everything else because we are a little over leveled. And I understand, again, until we get a second Pokemon, battles are going to be a little bit boring. So I apologize for that. But I really wanted a specific team, and there was just nothing else available early game.
My Pokemon won't do! I have to find stronger Pokemon!
Okay, just generic text, I get it. Another potion! Woo! We may not have to leave halfway through the dungeon to go back to a Pokemon Center! Alright. But as I was talking about Clefairy... Well, maybe not. Go through this cave to get to Cerulean City! He just said, I lost. His end of battle text was, I lost. Keep in mind, there's no duplicate text in the game for those moments. Like, trainers don't share that text. But my god, they already ran out of text ideas that early and put, I lost. Zubat is tough, but it can be useful if you catch one. You're a bug catcher. You're not a bat catcher. You're not... Classic joke. Put in a laugh track right there. Okay, a rare candy is an item that instantly levels up a Pokemon. Now you would immediately think to use this, right? But wait until your Pokemon levels up again. Because what if you're close to a level up right now? For example, Fabric only has 99 experience until it levels up. So I'll wait until it levels up and then level it up again immediately afterward. An escape rope will instantly take you to the entrance of the dungeon you have entered. So that is pretty useful if you gotta get out of there in a pinch if you have to escape, per se. Alright, that loops back up to where we were. I believe there's... Nope, nothing over there. Wow! It's way bigger in here than I thought. A new Pokemon! Okay, Oddish is a grass type, so Thunder Shock is not going to do very much. It's actually grass poison. Most grass types in this game are grass poison. In fact, all but one are grass poison. Even the grass starter is grass poison, and all of its evolutions are grass poison. There's nothing wrong with that, but there is just an abundance of poison types. And they can use Absorb, which is much like Leech Life. It's pretty much identical to Leech Life, except it's grass type instead of poison type. We are already level 19. And so whatever experience we get from this Bellsprout is just gone, because I'm about to use the rare candy, which takes you up to the bare minimum. You could be one experience away from the next level and use the rare candy, and then it doesn't like take you up evenly a level, it'll just take you to the next level, if that makes any sense. But Bellsprout, another grass type. Oh, I lost it! Fun fact about Oddish, oh, let me get this fact right. It has a scientific name. It is one of 2 Pokemon ever to have a scientific name. And I can't remember what it is. It's something funny. It's like a pun in Japan, I think. But they were originally just thought to be tufts of grass or weeds. Ooh, Slam! Hold on, let me finish my thought. But they would get up and walk around, and no scientist knew why, because they have this hurried look on their face and then just walk around. They're plants that walk around. Turns out that's how they scatter their pollen. So that's the only difference between them and grass. Evolutionarily, they just have to move around to reproduce, and they developed faces. Very strange stuff. Slam is very good. Does a lot more damage than Quick Attack, but it has... I believe it's only 85% accurate, so we're more likely to miss, but we'll also do more damage. That's very useful because we're encountering a lot of Pokemon now that our Thunder Shock isn't going to be that good against. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Quick Attack and take Slam. Well, I'm just power hungry. I'll take whatever does the most damage. How do you get out of here? And how are we doing on health? Well, we'll stay at 15 for now. That's good enough. Long stretch of nothing. And we're going to keep going down. If you'll notice, the maps for all the floors are the same, even if we access it from different locations. And we can completely ignore this guy. TM01, which I believe is... I'm not going to say it. Yeah, it was Mega Punch. I was right. Okay. Teach Mega Punch to a Pokemon. Remember how we just learned Slam? Okay, I'm looking this up on Bulbapedia. Mega Punch, great resource by the way. Use it for everything Pokemon related. Mega Punch has 20 PP, 80 power, and 85% accuracy. Slam has 20 PP, 80 power, and 75% accuracy. So it's the same, exactly, except more accurate. So, we didn't even get to use Slam once. They're just physical moves, it's that simple. So we will take Mega Punch and keep that probably for a good long time. Now, we could avoid this guy, but I'm fighting every trainer in the game, so... And I'm actually going to leave this in, because to get every item in the game, you are going to... you know what? I'm not going to leave this in, never mind. Here we go. The Mega Punch! We missed. That is a problem. Okay, he's using... Oh my god, please? This is not good. Thank you. That is what Mega Punch looks like. Alright. Now, the first rocket that had a Sandshrew was kind of an anomaly because most rockets just have Poison-type Pokemon like Zubat and Ekans, which is what this guy has. So you were good. So you are good. That's probably more like it. Alright. I hate to waste one of our 4 precious potions. As a kid, I refused to use potions outside of battle, and usually in battle, and I would go all the way back to the nearest Pokemon Center every time I had to heal. If you find a fossil, give it to me and scram. Well, maybe this is a fossil. Nope, this is an ether. This is a whole new type of item. It replenishes PP. Okay, there are different items. There's Ether, Max Ether, Elixir, and Max Elixir. I believe Ether heals a certain amount of PP to a certain move. Max Ether, I don't know why I'm standing still and telling you this, will heal all of one move's PP. An Elixir will heal a certain amount of PP to all your Pokemon's, like the certain Pokemon's moves, and a Max Elixir will heal the PP fully for all the moves on whatever Pokemon you use it on. And back at the top, did you come to explore too? Losing stinks! I came down here to show off to girls. In a cave! I'll never understand kids in media. Or maybe that's how real kids are. And I was just sheltered. Not excited for this. Oh, well, okay. This guy's a new trainer class. Whoa! You shocked me! Oh, you're just a kid. He is a hiker! God, I love hiker sprites. Look at that jolly face. He's so round, so large, but you can tell it's mostly just his hiking gear. It's Brock all over again, but we are more powerful. Oh my god. Oh, okay, that was a crit. I was... Whew. Let's do it again. Why not? This might... I think this is the only hiker in the entire place. They decided to be nice to us. We should have sent out Grant. Oh well, it's too late. We already know we can kill the Geodude in 2 hits. Ooh, 3 hits. Okay, my bad. This isn't looking too great. Alright, we'll change out for Grant next time. And we'll also use the opportunity... Oh, perfect. Perfect. To heal Pikachu while we're at it. Oh, boy. Especially if it's an Onix. I love how this guy's about as powerful as Brock. His Pokemon aren't as high of a level, but he has more Pokemon. Well, that's kind of the philosophy of Pokemon. Like, if the trainers have more Pokemon, they're going to be lower level. They're trying to make everybody pretty much the same difficulty. Which, in-universe, makes no sense, again, but I'll stop complaining about that. What am I doing? I keep wanting to heal Grant, but we're not. He doesn't need it. He's disposable to us. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now I feel so badly. That's okay. Let's see how we do. Still haven't used Double Team a single time, but trust me, we'll use it plenty. We'll probably keep Double Team the rest of the game. That's not good. That's... Ugh. Oh. He lowers our defense that much, and then only does 6 damage. Ooh, is he going to do 12 damage now? I hope not. Oh, 8. Okay. I think, yeah, I could deal with this guy okay. But, back to talking about the games. Red is one of my favorite characters of all time. He's just a kid, but I don't know, he's cool. He's another red hat-wearing Nintendo character. Kids like you shouldn't be here. I love all the the theme of ageism in this game, and you're just proving everybody wrong. It's beautiful. We just got a Moonstone, which can be used to evolve certain Pokemon. They're a very rare item. There's a finite amount of them in the game, but there's enough to evolve all the Pokemon. Hey, another new Pokemon that, you know, need a Moonstone, which is very convenient. So this is Paris. Paris is a bug grass type. And grass is my favorite type, so I'm quite excited for Paris. Yeah, we're not going to try to touch this thing. This isn't good, though, because Paris is likely to destroy our other Pokemon, because our other Pokemon are so low level. And Grant is fainted, and we have no way to bring him back without a Pokemon Center around. That's not good. But you know what? It'll do something. Should we just try... Maybe let's just try catching it anyway. I don't know how low its catch rate is. But we got 10 Pokeballs. And this is our last Pokemon in Mount Moon we have to catch. It also gets more common in the lower floors. In some versions of the game, it's only available in the B1F passages, the first basement floor. I think. I might be wrong about that. The Mushroom Pokemon burrows under the ground to gnaw on tree roots. The mushrooms on its back absorb most of the nutrition. Those mushrooms on this thing's back are actually a parasitic mushroom. More on that later. As we see more about this Pokemon. But this Pokemon is actually modeled after a cicada nymph. A young cicada before they gained the ability to fly. Which I thought was really cool when I learned that recently. We are going to name this guy something a little graphic, so I apologize, children. Man, thank God we have so much space for characters. Jizzy Jr. Jizzy Jr. was transferred to someone's PC. Now, I intend to do a Paris run where I only use Paris and related Pokemon for an entire playthrough of at least one Pokemon game in the future, so you can look forward to that. Paris is not actually all that good of a Pokemon, but I love its design. Alright, we are finally done with 1F and B1F. If I want to sound like a nerd. No item up here! Ooh. I don't know why I said ooh. We've actually caught all the Pokemon we can catch in Mount Moon. I think I already said that. My bad. Little kids should leave grown-ups alone. I'm steamed. Pokemon lived here long before people came. Is he talking about the world or just Mount Moon? Probably just Mount Moon. But that was actually a close fight. Just because I refused to heal. You know what? This is probably a really dumb move. No, you know what? I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Just in case we have to use it again later. I don't want to have to go all the way back out to a Pokemon Center. Now that I think about it, that line of thinking doesn't make too much sense. But you know what? That's okay. We're just going to keep on trucking. So, I was talking about Clefairy earlier and kept getting distracted by Mount Moon's innards. But Clefairy was still perhaps supposed to be a mascot for the series alongside Pikachu. In 2020, in the Nintendo Giga leak that happened, some source code for the early Pokemon games leaked. And in the code for Pokemon Yellow, there are several mentions of a Pokemon Pink, which was never spoken about publicly or heard about since, so it was assumed to be another cash grab version of Pokemon that probably would have sold a lot, just like the rest of Pokemon, and would have starred either Clefairy or Jigglypuff. Most people think Clefairy, but it could be Jigglypuff. Not sure. They're in red and blue and green. There is a Team Rocket member here. I would show you the exact spot, but I decided against it. And there is a second hidden item in Mount Moon, a second Moonstone. Before I go up here, I do want to tell you, there is a glitch you can activate with this guy. If you avoid a trainer later or something and then come fight this guy later, something happens. But I'm not going to get into that right now. It is a glitch I will be showing off later. And you can do it early with this guy in yellow version, but I am not going to do it. Alright, I might regret this, but I'm going to do it. Here we go! This is a super nerd, so he's likely to have electric types. Hey, stop! I found these fossils! They're both mine! So did he just dig them up just then and set them right there in the way for everybody to see? Instead of, like, running away with them? This is Grimer, a poison type. Grimer seems to be made from toxic sludge produced by human pollution. That is another common theme in Kanto, environmentalism. There are several weird, seemingly inorganic Pokemon, like Magnemite. Magnemite is just made up of magnets. I mean, it's not all man-made, but possibly a result of human interfering with nature. But that is neither here nor there when we are talking about Pokemon Pink, which, as a matter of fact, I have nothing else to talk about. We just discovered it after all. There's nothing to it. A lot of critics complained about Yellow because they thought it was just a stopgap, that's the word I'm looking for waiting on the next real big Pokemon games. Because everybody who played Yellow had already played Red or Blue, or Red and Blue, and this only had a few differences and improvements over those games. So critics were like, yeah, it's a great game, they made it even better, but it's pretty much the same thing. So, I mean, let's be honest, it was a cash grab, but I'm not complaining about it. I bought all 4 as a kid. I own all 6 versions of Pokemon Generation 1 now. And 3 of them are exclusively in Japanese. You know what? Oh, I forgot we were disabled. We got plenty of PP, and we're pretty much at the end of the dungeon here.
Okay, I'll share. We'll each take one. No being greedy.
Alright, you have a choice. You can only have one. You want the dome fossil or the helix fossil? The one on the right is the helix fossil. A fan favorite. Plenty of memes made about the helix fossil. But I'm a dome guy. I've always been a dome guy. The dome fossil sounds so much cooler than the helix fossil, and I like the design of it better. This will affect things later in the game, and I love the way Pikachu hops out of the way.
Alright, then this is mine. Far away, on Cinnabar Island, there's a Pokemon lab. They do research on regenerating fossils.
What the hell does that mean? Alright, well, we have a end of the dungeon time coming up. So I am going to save. Stop right there! That fossil is Team Rocket's! Surrender now or prepare to fight! They removed that other rocket from yellow because they were going to put these as the final bosses of Mount Moon. Rocket wants to fight. These are Jesse and James from the anime. Some of my favorite characters of all time, specifically James. But they're actually using their Pokemon from the anime, which is really cool. This blew my mind as a kid. I loved it. Ooh. Come on now. This is obnoxious. I don't love it so much anymore. But they appear in every episode of the anime and do their motto. And try to foil Ash's plans and steal Pikachu. So they are showing up here. And I love them to death. They're not as cool or fleshed out. They're just kind of here to tie into the anime, but it's better than nothing. It's better than them not being here. And in fact, their Meowth talks, which is insanely rare. But that is actually relevant to considerations they made during development. Every Pokemon was ranked by intelligence by Satoshi Tajiri. Only the most intelligent being capable of understanding human speech. And Meowth is arguably the most intelligent Pokemon because it can technically, although extremely rare, learn how to talk in human language. Pikachu is also considered rather intelligent. Ekans and Coughing are considered very low in intelligence. This is our first time seeing Coughing. Coughing is also a poison type. You know what? Let's just keep using Thundershock. Why not? I have died to that fight plenty of times because I refused to heal or buy potions in Mount Moon. A brat beat us? Haha, 420. Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light! And they disappear. Beautiful. Oh. And that's it. We are outside Mount Moon. Back on Route 4, Mount Moon to Cerulean City. Alright, let's keep going because we are not far now. Sorry, I had to check some stuff. We'll talk to Pikachu later. I don't want to talk to him too often because we're just going to see the same stuff over and over again. There is nothing over here. I don't know why I'm bothering. Ooh. I always think there is something here. I'm not so sure that there is. But this makes me nervous. There are a lot of ledges around here, so I'm scared I'll get locked out. Uh-huh. TM04! I actually don't remember what this is at all. It contains Whirlwind. Whirlwind will get you out of a wild battle, or it will, I believe, force another Pokemon to come out. It'll force a trainer's Pokemon back in the ball and force another Pokemon to come out. I'm not positive though, but we won't see this move too often and I don't intend to use it. However, there is something I want over here. I know it's not over here. I might have to look it up because it is a hidden item. We cannot get to her right now either. Whoops, I said there was nothing here, but actually, I think it is here. There it is. A Great Ball. This is 1.5 times more likely to catch a Pokemon than a Pokeball. The Pokeball is the standard 1 times multiplier, but a Great Ball is 1.5. So let's go down here. 'Cause what is... No, okay, yeah, there is literally nothing down there. No point to it. Oh well, nothing wrong with that. And this, my friends, is another patch of tall grass with nothing for us in it. But if you'll notice, there's no way to get back. This is a point of no return. Temporarily. Obviously not for the entire game, but for a while we will not be able to return to Mount Moon, Route 4, Route 3, well, this part of Route 4, the tall grass. Route 2, Route 1, Viridian Forest, Pewter City, Viridian City, Route 23, Route 22, Route 1, or Pallet Town. But I'm okay with that. No new Pokemon, like I said, and we have finally entered Cerulean City. And we can finally explore this next time. I'm LP Master 6.